Well, it's October, I've got the day off. What else am I going to do than come mushroom foraging? I have my basket, let's see what I can find. Not quite what I'm after today, but I've got some Birch Polypore down here. I have a real soft spot for the Birch Polypore. It was the first mushroom I ever foraged and it remains one of my favourites. It's really abundant in the woods all around where I live, so I collect a fair amount of it which I dry and store for the year. If any of the family have any kind of ailment, they get on the Birch Polypore tea. I made a more detailed video about the Birch Polypore which I'll link in, but in summary, the Birch Polypore was actually found on Ötzi the Iceman, a really well preserved mummy from the Copper Age dating about 5,000 years or so. He was found in the Alps between Austria and Italy and had pieces of the Birch Polypore strung onto leather strips. Scientists believe that he actually carried it for medicinal purposes. The Birch Polypore actually has loads of uses. One, you can actually turn it into a bit of a plaster to promote healing and reduce infection. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It's also believed to boost the immune system, which is exactly why I use it. I collect them, I slice them up, whack them in the dehydrator and lock them away for the year. When anybody does have a sniffle, we crack it out and make a tea. Well, I nearly totally missed this one by the birch tree. Have a look. So this part of the forest is actually quite damp and there's a few things popping up around here. Loads of sweetbread mushrooms or vanilla, but not interested in those. I'm going to see what else there is. Well, this seems to be turning out to be more of a medicinal foraging adventure, but it's all good. Artist bracket or Ganoderma applanatum is actually closely related to the more famous and well-known reishi mushroom. I collect this Ganoderma probably about once a year as it's purported to have strong antimicrobial and antibacterial effects. Some studies have shown that bees actually self-medicate by foraging fungi mycelium, including that of the artist bracket, to medicate against things like deformed wing virus. As a beekeeper in the making, I found that super interesting. The mushroom itself is really woody, so it's not edible per se. To store it, I break it down with a hammer, chop it up and dry it. For those of you that are interested, I'll make a video of that process sometime. To use it, I make a tea when I get any kind of sniffle in the colder months. It's known as the artist bracket as you can use the underside for drawing or sketching, which ends up being quite a little party trick when you're in the woods with the kids. It's been really peaceful today. I've not seen anybody around, just the way I like it. There's a lovely little nip in the air now. I really love this time of year, especially when it's crisp and the sun is shining. Not a massive fan of the rain, if I'm honest, but I'm not sure many people are. Time to start heading back. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe and let's see what we can find together. Cheers.